First things first, what is up, beautiful, wonderful people? I hope y'all been drinking water and getting y'all ass ate. That being said, what we gonna do is talk about... I tried to skip over that, but I couldn't, bro. I swear, I did not plan that. Whatever. Apparently, DualShockers has a list of characters, of all ranked Marvel Rivals characters. For those of y'all who didn't know, if you were one of the people who played the Steam version of Marvel Rivals yesterday, you essentially got... Oh wait, hold on. This pop-up on my computer is making my computer lag. Alright, so for anybody who played Marvel Rivals yesterday on the 5th of December, I found out we got to play it a day early because we were playing it on Steam. For some reason, people on Steam were just allowed to play it a day early. I don't really know why, but it is what it is. So, being that I've already played this game a day early and I already have a video where I tried out every character real quick to see which one grabbed my attention, which one I gravitated towards. Spoiler alert. Can y'all see her right there? Spoiler alert. Oh wait, no, wrong one. Spoiler alert. All right though. Let me chill out though. But yeah, I basically want to use this video as a vehicle to talk about, like, actually, you know what? Let's pull up a tier list maker. Marvel Rivals Hero tier list. I'm gonna pull up a tier list maker. I'm gonna read through their tier list maker. Hold on. April 8th? No. Let me go on the website. Let's copy this. I should have thought of this before stream. Cause like mostly what I want to do is read it. Like, let me see. Does it have Black Widow on it? No. Mostly what I want to do is read it. Marvel Rivals Hero. Hello? No. Wait, I'm gonna try one more time. Marvel Rivals. All Marvel Media. Okay, Marvel Rivals tier list. Let's see, open link in new tab. Let's see if this is it. Hell no, that's definitely not it. Marvel Rivals character tier list. No. Okay, so yeah, I'm not finding one with enough characters, and I don't feel like clicking through every last one of these, so I'm gonna do this. If it's not one of these three, oh wait, season zero. This got everybody. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, for some of these characters, while I was playing it, I'm not gonna lie, I was in a party chat, and there was a little bit of context I missed, and a few things I learned about the characters playing alongside them and playing with a few of them yesterday and today. So I want to read this list, see if there's any context or anything I'm missing about any of these characters. Then I'm gonna make a tier list of them, of who goes where, because this one has everybody. And off rip, where's Squirrel Girl? Hold on, I need to look close. All right, there. We're gonna make this Squirrel key, SQURIEL. So that's the Squirrel Girl tier. Then everything goes to awesome. Better than most. Better than most. Cool. And then downright terrible. POWN. No. No, I'm not, because nobody in this game is straight up terrible. So downright not good. So this is basically going to be my prediction. My like day one predictions for who's going to be good and bad in this character. No, I'm not ranking Squirrel Girl, because Squirrel Girl best character in game. Don't care what anybody says. First though, we're gonna read through Dual Shockers list. I'm not gonna say this list is gonna be right or wrong. I'm just going to read through their list, see if there's any extra context or anything I'm missing on any of the characters, any of the abilities that like weren't well explained through just using their moves, and then we'll go from there. God damn, these weird ass niggas starting at S tier. Okay, in S tier, they got Luna Snow, the best healer in the game. Luna is incredibly, yeah, she's a good healer because she's dumb fast and she can damage as well as heal. I think Rocket goes like in a higher tier too, but we'll decide that later. The best healer in the game, Luna is an incredibly potent healer who's quick, agile, and can turn the tides of battle in a blink of an eye. Her ability to heal allies while dealing decent damage to enemies, even at times providing CC, makes her a crucial member of any team lineup. That's facts. If Luna... You know what's another thing I just thought about in this game? If by virtue one character is like broken, then whoever can give them a team up ability, or whoever they can give a team up ability, by nature is just gonna be like a necessary character for somebody in the team to play in that comp. So for example, let's say they add the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy and they add Gamora and what's his nigga that Batista played? Drax. Let's say somewhere down the line they add Gamora and Drax, and if you play as Star-Lord and the gang, you basically get a specific unique team up bonus on top of Rocket already being able to jump on top of Groot's shoulder. I'm just saying that could be a pretty cool thing that happens somewhere down the line. And I don't know, we'd have to see though. If Luna Snow is the best healer in the game, then Cloak and Dagger is a close second. Not only do they offer an insane amount of healing, but they have tons of versatility too. Yeah, because they can switch forms. They got 2 forms. Hela, she does a lot of damage. I don't even have to read. And Venom, I thought he would be a mid-tier character, but let's see if they can argue me down. Argue me up. Marvel Rivals' best Vanguard is one of the hardest characters to play. Yeah, I did notice that off rip. If you go back and watch my reaction, the first thing I said, I heard when I was playing Venom, I was like, I don't know what the fuck this character does. And people were telling me, once you learn how to use a character, he's actually pretty good. So I personally don't see if he's good or bad, like through playing him, but I've heard he's good. So maybe I can move him up a tier to, let's say, A tier. Spider-Man, I think honestly belongs in this tier because like his movement, like if you get a good Spider-Man on the team that actually can move with them, his movement is gonna be crazy. The way that he can swing on what? Yeah, don't mind my dog. My dog's over there tripping out. My dog off the yak. My dog off the Zan over there in that corner. My dog off the Berks in that corner. Excuse me. So yeah, he gonna be making noises if y'all hear a bunch of noises and rolling back and forth. That's his ass. But anyway, yeah, I think he should be an S tier character. Here's the real deal about Spidey. He's very good, but it's even harder to play him properly. Okay, so I think they're saying that because, let's say for example, Hela or Luna Snow are easier to use, they deserve an instant S tier, where on the other hand, Spider-Man, you have to learn how to use him. I give you that. Iron Fist, y'all think that I wouldn't take you on a ride shit was a joke? It wasn't. I already know that Iron Fist is good for the simple fact he will always have a spot on a team to be the designated flyer killer. Now, why do I say that? Whenever you're playing as Iron Fist, for those of y'all who don't know, maybe you don't play him a lot or anything like that, Iron Fist has a mechanic where whatever one of the opponents that he's looking at, he can lock onto them and basically do attacks to like attack them no matter where they're at. So if somebody's a flying character and you lock onto them, and it's not like an ability to lock on, it's just a passive that he has that he could lock on. So if somebody's in the sky, you just look in the sky, lock on, and then you jump up there and then just press the attack button and he'll attack his way over there and he'll melt the flyer. So if you're having trouble with flyers on your team, Iron Fist is mandatory. He's the best at killing flyers right now. Now there's some people who are good at like just shooting in the sky and whatnot, or maybe you might designate a person and say, hey, it's your job to kill a flyer because you're the best shot here. But if everybody on your team is a shitty shot, or everybody on your team is, let's say you're doing a thing where everybody wants to play melee characters only, like hand-to-hand combat, fist fighting characters only, this is who you need on your team. Wolverine, yeah, he's a really good rush down, does a fuck ton of damage. Hawkeye, I think, goes in S tier because, in my opinion, it's between him and Black Widow for who's the best sniper. It really just depends on who you're talking to and what's their opinion. But they're definitively, in my opinion, the two best snipers in this game right now in Season 0. I'll personally give it to Hawkeye because with Hawkeye, like, he's a hard sniper. Like, he's meant primarily to be a sniper. Black Widow. Oh yeah, I did say the right name. Black Widow's sniper ability is supposed to be her secondary. So in my opinion, they didn't tune it to be as good as Hawkeye's is. See, while Black Widow has better accuracy at longer distances, how she could play more dick in the dirt, that for those of y'all who are unaware, that's basically for people hiding in a corner, sitting down, sniping. So for somebody who wants to play happy camper, happy dick in the dirt, Black Widow is better at like doing that, doing that in terms of at a lower level. But I feel like at a higher level, when you really get used to this game, used to this type of game and Marvel Rivals itself, I feel like it's a no-brainer if you want to play sniper to have a Hawkeye on your team, because like his arrows and stuff like that have a higher potential for what can be done versus Black Widow's gun. Thor, not gonna lie, Thor, I really don't understand him, so I'm gonna have to make y'all gonna have to take some concessions, because this is technically the first day the game is out. We are still in Season 0, technically the first day of Season 0 for everybody playing on non-Steam platforms. So we're gonna give this a chance. We're gonna give him a shot. Thor, I don't know about his placement, but from a lot of people, I heard if you know how to use him, he's good. So let's read for fucking context. While not as tanky as Venom, Thor requires a much lower skill cap while dealing impressive damage. Okay, so like Marvel vs. Capcom, he deals a fuck ton of damage. Thor is an impressive vanguard for sure, but his biggest problem though is that his survivability is nowhere near Venom's. That slots him into A tier. I will have to look at his health and compare it to Venom's health. Oh wait, Venom also has an ability that gives him shield. Okay, now that I think about that, the fact that Venom can essentially give himself shield, yeah, that does make him a better character than Thor, but Thor is a solid A tier. This nigga Magneto, no question. This nigga is an S tier character for the simple fact that at a very low level, Magneto is still a good character. At a higher level, imagine what people would be able to do with him. So again, this is day one first impressions, okay? So it may be some knowledge gaps. You may look back at this video in 5 years and see me talk about a character and go, if only if he knew. Just like how I look back at like Bayonetta video, day one Bayonetta guides, and go, whew, it was so peaceful then when we thought she was gonna be a mid tier. So look, this video isn't future proof, but that's kind of why it's a good time capsule. Doctor Strange, I feel like he's a very good A tier. Like if I was to order the list, I think he would be in the upper echelon of A tier for the simple fact that he has a really good shield, he has a decent projectile, and his abilities aren't ass. I'll say this, out of all the tanks, he could possibly be like one of, if I made it, what the fuck? Are you okay? Are you stuck in the chair? Oh no. You just crying just to cry. Okay, but what was I saying? Oh, I feel like he's not one of the best tanks, but he's better than like, he's not ass, but he's not good. He's a mid tier. I feel like putting him in A is kind of high. Like what's their lowest? What's their lowest? D? Okay. Yeah, I feel like putting him in A tier is kind of crazy because that would imply that he's one of the better tanks, and he just isn't. Mantis, one of the best heroes in the game during the beta. Mantis has some nerfs, but she's still a very strong support hero. In addition to her strong healing toolkit, she provides damage buffs to players, helping to turn the tide of tied in crucial battles during the game. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like she's not really, how do I put this? I feel like she's not really a factor anymore. I didn't play the beta, so they're saying that she was fucking amazing in beta. And this version of the game, she doesn't feel like a factor to me, not gonna lie. I feel like she's a mid-tier hero. Squirrel Girl has her own tier. Moon Knight, at first glance, I played Moon Knight a bit, but I want to see if they can add anything. At first glance, Moon Knight feels like a jack of all trades and a master of none. Yeah, because he has the up close shit, he has the projectiles. Now, in my opinion, his up close combat toolkit is better, and like his mobility. I feel like Moon Knight's best. Stop. You want to stay here or you want to stay there? Buddy, sit here or stay there? Okay, so come right here. Oh, you want water? Okay, shoot, since the doggy having a water break, let me have a water break too. Insert a joke about me telling you to get up and go get some water, fuck nigga. Anyway, I feel like Moon Knight's best trait, honestly, is his ability to flank. Because, let me unplug this thing. I feel like because of Moon Knight's mobility, like the thing that he's best at doing is covering flank really well and going around the map. Not necessarily being a character that's on point in the pit fighting it out. That's more of like a Wolverine or something like that, or like damn, not Danny Rand. What's the character Danny Rand was? Iron Fist. I feel like that's more of a job that an Iron Fist should be doing. That, like, in terms of being in a pit, fighting it out, fucking people up in the middle of the battlefield. But I feel like his job is better at, like, rotating that every once in a while and mostly staying and covering flank. Because of his movement abilities, he's able to weave in and out of situations and get out of there fast. I think he's not that great either at it. I think he's just decent at it. So he's just a mid-tier character. He's not bad. He's not great either. Winter Soldier, on the other hand, I don't know. I'll read for some more context, but he also feels like a mid-tier character. Also, this game has a lot of duelists and like a lot of characters in general. So there's going to be a lot of people in the more middle tiers. So the way I'm going to do it, come here. 1 second. Come here. Hey. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Sit. No, that was not a call for you. Thank you. Damn, I forgot what I was saying. I feel like the way that most tier lists go, that a lot of people should end up in mid tier, and then once you see everybody that's in mid tier, besides the people who are definitively higher or lower than mid tier, then you get to sub sorting. Despite only carrying 3 what the fuck? That's why his pistol felt ass, but it did a lot of damage though. So it kind of didn't matter that it had 3 bullets because you could laser people to death. Hold on. For those of y'all watching the YouTube version, y'all gonna have to fast forward a bit. I'm gonna be 2 seconds. I'll be right back, y'all.
Suddenly I'm falling. I'm falling upright.
Slow. I was falling and twisting.
I'm falling upright.
Slow. 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 Twist.
Falling. Falling upright.
Falling and twisting. Slow. Twist. Head.
Falling. Falling upright.
Falling and twisting. Slow. Slow.
Falling. Falling upright.
Falling and twisting. Slow. Twist. Head.
Falling. Falling upright.
Falling and twisting. Slow. Slow.
Falling. Falling upright.
Hi everybody that skipped forward in the video. Hi, lucky you if you just landed on this part. Luckily, because this is the part where I just came back. Now to go back to talking Rocket, I also think, oh, I was talking about Winter Soldier. His versatility allows him to thrive from range and in melee situations, meaning he isn't caught off guard. His ult is powerful, but puts you directly into harm's way, so be careful. In terms of ultimates, I didn't try out everybody's ultimate when I did this, so if they mention anything about anybody's ult, I am not taking that into consideration. Let me repeat this. If they mention anything about anybody's ult, I am not taking that into consideration because I did not see everybody's ult. This is just going off of their regular toolkits. How good are their regular toolkits? Ult's not included because I didn't see everybody's ult. Rocket, unless his ult is the resurrect, Rocket, I think belongs either at the top of A tier or bottom of S tier if it's ordered. Undeniably a good character. Punisher, now I feel like somebody's gonna want to jump down my throat for this, but I think as of right now, day one, season 0 Punisher, he should be an S tier for the simple fact that if you're new to playing this type of game, if you're new to playing this genre of games and all you're used to playing is like Call of Duty, Battlefield, stuff like that, he's an amazing character. Like the way I describe him, even in terms of the way his toolkit generally works, is he's dead ass the Bastion of this game. Like how in Overwatch at a low level Bastion seemed godlike, but when you got to higher levels, you started realizing, and especially as time went on when they nerfed him more. Hold on. What? Come here, sir. Come here. Come here. He's not gonna save you, little bro. Sit. Good boy. Let me give him some water real quick. Where you were sitting over the bowl, just looking at it. Yeah, you see that? How you keep yourself nice and laminated for the poopies. You gotta keep your airways nice for the poopies in case you gotta lick them out. You heard? You heard? Anyway, yeah, like especially as time went on and as they gave him, no, come here. You ain't slick, nigga. Come here. Thank you. Down. Matter of fact, let me give you this to land. Here you go. Let me give you my fucking foot to hold so you can relax yourself. Down. You good. You can lay on it. Alright. But to finish my sentence that I started like 18 times, the thing I like about the Punisher is that like early Bastion when he was first introduced into Overwatch. Oh my lord. This man really tried to run an Elgato microphone without downloading Wavelength because he's using Pro Tools. Down. Bet he learned his lesson. Down. You good when you here. You good. Anyway, like I was saying, this sentence that I've been trying to finish for the last 300 years. Basically, the Punisher is like early Overwatch Bastion. He's great at lower levels, but once you get to higher levels, you can see how he can be easily countered and how he can be defeated at higher levels. And I feel like over time, due that people are complaining, he's gonna get nerfed a bit more. B tier, Jeff the Land Shark. Don't have to explain, fair. He doesn't have anything that makes him stand out great. Captain America, excuse me, he doesn't do enough damage to be anything higher than a mid tier. Iron Man, not a bad character, doesn't have anything stand out. Hulk, I think they actually have him pretty high because when he goes into his Bruce Banner form, it's just like playing half a fucking character. I get that that's supposed to be the mechanic, blah blah blah, it's supposed to be lore accurate, but gameplay wise, not fun. Psylocke, I feel like they put her down here because she's a newer character and that she's not as discovered, but I feel like she has a high skill ceiling potential. But let's read their reasoning. Her ultimate, don't care. She's weak, but that's expected as an assassin style character. Skilled Psylocke players will wreak havoc on the battlefield. Yeah, because I feel like since we're in early meta, everybody's gonna play characters like the stereotypical way they think they should be played. And right now, because she's more of like her tool set looks like that of a character who could just run in and just bump your head against the wall and kill everybody on the battlefield with some cool tricky gameplay. That's how a lot of people are going to play her. But I feel like she's better as a character that covers flanks. Adam Warlock, I don't know what the fuck is up with Adam Warlock, but like I was getting one shot all over the place every time I picked Adam Warlock. And I got one shot with that staff. So I think he's a good character, especially for a healer being able to one-shot people. Even if you do have to charge it up a little bit, that takes him down from being a great character. But even if you do have to charge up your little one-shot attack a little bit before you have it, as a healer to have an attack that can one-shot niggas after less than a second of charge, I think that's good. And less than a second in terms of how it feels. It might be a second, but less than 60 frames to charge a fucking move, that feels good. Loki, I feel like he should go in a higher tier because I feel like he just has way too many fucking illusions of himself all over the battlefield to the point to where sometimes, especially if you play at a distance, you can't tell who's who. Like if you're up close, you could tell by the fact that they're just standing there not moving unless they pull some bullshit on you. But it just feels like, I will say that if I was considering ults, he would go straight up a few tiers because if you're playing against, actually no, because if you're playing against a character with a good ult, you get a good ult. But if you're playing against a bunch of shit characters and you copy a shit ult, well, GG's. Because like if I was considering ults, Jeff the Land Shark would be way higher. He wouldn't be in S tier, but he'd be somewhere in A tier because his ult is fucking crazy. Especially that the way that you could grab people with your ult, swim fast as fuck towards the ledge, aim, and then just wait for the shit to run out and then blah, everybody over the ledge and insta kill him. Like, come on, man. But going back to talk about Loki, like, yeah, like his ability to leave illusions of himself all over the place feels too good, especially if you're playing against a team with a couple ranged characters. Like, Star-Lord, I feel like Star-Lord is a good lower mid tier because he's great at being what I like to call a crash out superhero, I can carry the team type character, where he just goes into a battle 5v1 and with a little bit of good gameplay, he could just nail everybody down to the coffin and kill him instantly. He's not a fantastic character anymore because I believe they nerfed him, but like in the beta they were saying that he looked fucking great, and like just looking at his beta version I can understand why, and actually getting my hands on him, it's like I can see why people believe he's good. But Groot, I'm surprised Groot is low. I'm surprised I'm just now seeing Groot because his ability to make walls and cut off significant parts of the battlefield and cover doorways even though the walls are destructible, I feel like that's a very strong ability in a game where your placement on the map matters so fucking much, even though the maps are destructible. Because most of the time in games with destructible maps, either everything is theoretically destructible, as in they tell you everything's destructible but you can't really do anything to the walls and stuff like that, or everything's too destructible in terms of like everybody can blow in terms of like everybody can blow up everything 100% of the time, and basically if there's a wall in front of you it doesn't matter because pew pew it doesn't exist. But I feel like Groot, even in a game like that has that level of destruction where you could change entire battlefields, that his ability to put up walls and cut off pathways is still a really, really good ability. And just in general, his team up ability where he could basically have a living turret and living healer sitting on his chest, constantly healing him, fucking gas packing him. The fact that he could run into the battlefield with the healer behind him and a healer on his side, basically sitting there as a living turret. Hey man, that's a good fucking ability. That's a good ability. Because even if you don't have team synergy, having a Groot on your team is great. Because this character doesn't take a lot of brain power and doesn't have a high skill ceiling. But at the same time, despite them having a lower skill ceiling, it fucking is just so good. Like, I'll explain it like this. They're like the difference between fighting somebody with a boxing style versus fighting somebody with the MMA style. If you know you could just bow and knock everybody out, no matter how fast they are, how skillful they are, how tricky they are, you kind of don't have to get good at. Oh, there's the best explanation. Like Superman, for example. Because like Superman, and I know this is going to seem like a reach, but understand me. Superman as a character. Why is Superman OP? Superman, like, generally isn't a high level combatant. He doesn't have crazy combat abilities. So why is Superman still one of the more powerful characters in the whole DC universe? Because Superman just has the ability, he could punch you in your chest and probably kill you. He has the ability to literally, if he wanted to, just punch down on the ground once and blow up the whole earth. Superman's like that in terms of strength and shit that he can do. This nigga ran against the planet's rotation and rewinded time in the Superman movies. So when I say that Superman is like that, he's like that. But the thing about Superman, like I said, he could just simply punch everything and it's weak to him. So what do you do when a nigga like General Zod come through and it's like, look, now I'm on your level. Now you punch me in the face, it hurts just as much as when I punch you in the face. Or just about as much, because technically Grodd is a little bit weaker because Superman was soaking in the yellow sun since he was born. But basically, they're on the same level. It's like, yo, you're basically fighting a bunch of bums. You fighting a bunch of people where you basically have to them or else they just explode and die. What happens when you can punch a nigga in his face full force and it don't hurt me, and if I punch you in your face full force, it'll hurt you just the same? What happens when you go against somebody where if they touch your pressure point, you might versus anybody else touch your pressure point, you gonna look at them like, why'd you do that with your hand? So that's Groot. He doesn't have a high skill ceiling, and his skill ceiling is very, very low. Very, very low, very, very finite, very, very seeable, very, very attainable, but he's still not a bad character. Black Panther, this nigga is a backline demon. Like I was saying about Moon Knight, imagine Moon Knight's ability to flank and go through the back lines, but a character designed to only flank you and get your back line. That's Black Panther. Now he could do everything, like, I mean, not everything. He could do other things is what I was trying to say. Like, for example, he could pit fight a little bit, being that he's a in the field type of character, a melee character. He doesn't have great range, but the bow, the spear thing he has is good for like not only combining with other characters' ults, but just in general softening characters up so that your tanks and whatnot can beat their ass in the field. Magic. I can't speak too much on Magic because I feel like she has a very, very high skill ceiling that is going to take a while for it to be explored. Like how they were talking about Moon Knight, how they think he's a jack of all trades and da 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 da. That's what I think Magic actually is. So like Iron Fist, excuse me. I was saying Iron Fist is a character that in theory is great, but we just haven't had enough time. That's what I think Magic is going to be like. I think she's going to be a character that's going to be great over time. Scarlet Witch. Don't know why she's this fucking low. She's a very good character. Penny Parker. I feel like she belongs in mid tier, but I feel like her skill ceiling is high. Like once people really figure out how to work with her, high. Namor, I'm gonna read what they gotta say about him, but I feel like he doesn't have anything stand out. Like I feel like his turrets are too weak because like you stand 2 feet in front of his fucking turrets, they can't do shit. So let's read about him though. Namor has potential, but ultimately comes off as more annoying than anything else. He can summon allies to do damage and easily maneuver in and out of combat. The only one saving grace here is his diving ultimate. Doesn't matter, even though you're still better off picking somebody else. I agree. He doesn't have anything stand out that makes him like a must pick or anything. Like I said earlier with like an Iron Fist. Storm being down here is a goddamn crime. Her ult is fucking crazy. Not only is she a character, excuse me, as a character that can literally stay in the air forever. She's a character that can stay in the air forever. She has a good ult, she has decent projectiles, and she does an all right amount of damage. So I feel like she's a lower mid tier at worst. At worst case scenario, in the hands of a dumbass, she's a lower mid tier. I really feel like she's a decent character. She's a support duelist. Oh yeah, and she's supposed to be in the field duelist type character, in the field pit fight shoot 'em up character. But she has a bit of versatility, and she can play a pseudo support. So I don't know how the fuck she got this low. She's a support duelist who provides less benefit than healers. Well, yeah, she's not a healer. She can hybrid a little bit, but she's not a healer, bro. Sure, she's agile and able to play vertically, but Rocket and Luna are more agile. They can't fly, so that's definitely a difference. Harder to hit, subjective, and somehow do more damage. I think they do around the same damage. The writing is on the wall if you're doing less damage than a healer class. In my mind, Storm is the worst character in Marvel Rivals. I don't know, bro. This dude might just be racist and sexist against black women. This nigga might just be misogynistic. Not misogynistic, misogynistic. Because misogynoir is specifically talking about misogyny against black women. This nigga might be just misogynoiristic. But now, all jokes aside, because I'm fucking around, and it's some of you people that are a bit dense that I have to specify when I'm making jokes sometimes. But all jokes aside, I don't think she's that bad. I think Namor is worse than her. Because Namor, that nigga is legitimately useless. So, now that I have more context on some of the characters that I'm not too fair with, let's start arranging. What the fuck is pinned images? I don't know what the fuck that did. Oh, I get it. Okay, so Captain America, he's cool. He's not better than most. Doctor Strange, cool. Grot better than most. Penny Parker, she's cool. Hulk, downright not good. Magneto, better than most. Thor, cool. I'll put him in better than most. Venom, awesome. Just off of what I've heard, awesome. He's great at what he does. Not Wolverine great at what he does. I'm good at what I do, bub. Schnick it. But like, he's great at what he does. I'm gonna put her and Hawkeye next to each other. Where the fuck is Hawkeye? Oh, Hawkeye was literally right next to her. Her and Hawkeye deserve to be in the same tier because I think Hawkeye's better, but it's really debatable. These tiers are unordered, by the way. Hella. Yeah, she belongs in awesome. He belongs in awesome. You could literally team comp around this fucking character. He belongs definitively in awesome. Beer Belly Iron Man. Nah, he's a cool character. He's not better than most. Magic, off of potential, better than most, but current meta, cool character, not good. Psylocke, better than most. Scarlet Witch, she's better than most. She's better than most, but she's not like that. Spider-Man, better than most if you got a good one. I'll put him at the top of better than most. No, because I put Black Widow up here and I think she belongs in this tier due to potential. So better than most. Star-Lord, cool. Storm, I'll say better than most. Punisher, and he's a cool character. Winter Soldier, for lack of information, I'll put him there, but he could low-key be a dark horse. You never know. Wolverine, because of how good he is at pit fighting, better than most. Adam Warlock, cool character. I don't see anything stand out. He's just fucking annoying. Cloak and Dagger, I don't know anything stand out, so we're gonna put them in the cool tier. I literally can't walk forwards or backwards too much because my dog is laying on my foot. That's why you've heard him calm down. He doesn't want to move around and shit anymore. Jeff the Land Shark, I'll put him in cool. He doesn't have anything stand out. In terms of how compatible he is in a team comp, I would put him in better than most, but for this specific tier list, he's just a cool character in general. Oh, Loki. Nah, Loki is cool. He's not better than most. He doesn't have anything stand out. That clone shit is annoying though. Luna Snow, yeah, she's factually one of the best characters in the game. She's cool. I don't know anything bad about her. Excuse me. And ignoring the fact that he could res people, just going off of his regular toolkit, he's a cool character. I put him in better than most by mistake, but he's a cool character. So this is my list of characters for fucking Marvel Rivals. I'm gonna share that on Twitter in a bit. I'll share that on Twitter like, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Ew, nigga. Ew, nigga. Ew. Yeah, no. I'm gonna download the picture. Oh wait, can I save or download? Yeah, that's what I want. Download image. Rivals list. And then I'm gonna go ahead and post that later. But yeah, so far, Squirrel Girl, not even gonna talk about her. Tier of her own. Awesome characters. For character, this is unordered by the way. For who I think are the best characters in Marvel Rivals now in the like current meta. Oh wait. I'm just going off of toolkits. Oh wait, let me restart that because I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna upload this as a short. These are my day one prediction. These are my day one predictions for who I think is gonna be good and bad on this in Marvel Rivals on season 0. This is literally day one ranking, so I'm going off of limited information. Off of the limited information that I have, I think that Venom, Black Panther, Hawkeye, Black Widow. Hawkeye and Black Widow are interchangeable. You could pick either one of these characters and move them down to better than most, but because they're so debatable in terms of being the best sniper in the game, I just put them in the same tier. Hella fuck ton of damage. Iron Fist, you could make multiple different team comps around him, especially if you have to fight people who are playing really good flying characters. And he does a fuck ton of damage. Spider-Man, if you got a good one, you're gonna be cooking. Luna Snow, best healer in the game. Groot, best tank in the game. Magneto, best beginning character in the game, because a lot of people might say Punisher, but Punisher is like a Bastion. Once you actually learn the character his moveset, he's not that fucking good. Magneto on the other hand, he is that good. Thor, I'm just going off of what I heard he's really good when you get a really good one. Magic, I put her here as my dark horse pick because she has a lot of potential. Scarlet Witch, she's been like that in the beta and she's still like that. Psylocke, I also put her here for the same reason I did Magic, potential. Storm, she's just a really good flyer overall, and I think Wolverine's the best pit fighter in this game. The rest of these characters, Captain America, Doctor Strange, Penny Parker, Iron Man, Moon Knight, Star-Lord, the Punisher, Winter Soldier, Adam Warlock, Cloak and Dagger, Jeff the Adorable Land Shark, Loki, Mantis, Rocket Raccoon don't really have anything that makes them stand out, so they're just cool characters. And the only two characters I think are downright not good in this game is Hulk, because that whole transformation mechanic, I get it, it's cool for like referencing the comic book and the lore type purposes, but when you get into more purposes of actual gameplay, that shit's not a good mechanic. It's not a fun mechanic either, because like in Overwatch, when Diva leaves her mech, she gets to turn her mech into a bomb that can team wipe. Hulk, when he turns into Puny Banner, he gets nothing but nerfed. Namor, he's never a threat. Like, I've never been in a match and seen a Namor on an opposing team and been shaking in my boots and shivering me timbers. That nigga's just not a threat. Again, these are my day one thoughts. Let me know how y'all feel about my, and this is the part where I loop back into tier list of Marvel Rivals, day one Marvel Rivals tier list. And clipped. Low key, that was clip farming, but I don't give a fuck. I'm a content creator. Before niggas started calling it clip